I am going to attempt to turn this empty base plate into a viral Roblox game, but there's a twist. I have only 10 days to do it, so I want to figure out how many players I can get and how much Robux I can possibly earn. Since I have done it before, I know I can do it again, so let this challenge begin. Hey, it's day 1 and everything starts with a good plan. While I was in my 3 AM thoughts, I came up with the idea of growing rocks. This fits perfectly with the new grow garden trend and could attract many players. I already have a crazy thumbnail idea, which I will reveal later. The first thing that I always do is change up the lighting. The default one looks so dead. This is already much better. Then I built the plot template, which will be used to store all of the rocks. I wrote my first script. It should look for a plot and assign it to a player. I took this system from one of my other games, which has a similar concept. It displays your profile picture and username to everyone in the server. This is where all the growing will happen, and everyone will have their own plot. Let me upgrade the plot by adding a light. After all, this game is about growing ores. I designed the first one, which is going to be copper. It will grow into a rock that'll produce these little copper ores. I need some kind of currency, so I asked AI to generate me a vector. Normally I would hire someone, but I'm poor right now. Yo, this icon is not that bad. AI has gotten a lot better. I wonder if there will be a day where AI will be able to generate a full game. That would be crazy. That would be cool, because I'm tired of writing these scripts. I scripted the main system. It'll handle all of the data saving. It's been a minute, but I think I'm done with the placement system. When you pull out an item, there's this green highlight that indicates that you're on the plot. There's also this blue circle that helps you know where you're going to put the item. I think I found the bug. Let me fix this. Yeah, I'm also in the process of scripting a placement system. It's not as easy as it looks. Next up, I made a shovel. Now that I think about it, I should have made a pickaxe. And just like that, I'm done with the shovel. It's pretty cool. Let me show you how it works. So you can plant as many ores as you want, and then using the shovel, you can destroy them. I tried to make this as satisfying as possible. It should work. Now I scripted the function that'll grow the ores. I want to make it grow offline, since that is the main reason why these grow garden games are so popular. After a couple hours, I think I'm done with the growing system. Let me place this copper, and as you can see, it gradually increases its size. When it's fully grown, it starts to produce these copper ores that I can collect. I got one that's nearly 0.5 kilograms. It's the end of day 1, so I will head to sleep. Here we go, it's day 2. Little did I know, I was about to enter a minefield of bugs. For now, I continued on scripting the growing system. Currently, it's not growing offline. Okay, the offline growing system should work now. Let me go ahead and fill my plot with all of these rocks. Then I'll leave the game and wait around 30 seconds. As you can see, all of these ores are fully grown. Well, there is a bug where they all grow at the same time, which I don't want, but I'll probably fix this later. Leaving this for the future wasn't a good idea. Anyways, the default proximity prompt looks ugly, so I designed the custom one. Now this game uses custom proximity prompts, and I think they're way better than the default ones. Custom prompts have better visibility, and you can easily customize them. I also added this little highlight when you get close to an ore. I stole this idea from Grow Garden. It's a small but useful feature. I had also finished scripting the shovel. I think this explosion is a nice touch. I used to play fish, and there were custom events that got me really hyped. I want to do something similar in this game, so I thought about some ideas and configured them. Then I wrote a script that displays a notification when a new event appears. After 2 years of developing, I just found about clothes. These will be useful for later. I opened the good old toolbox and found a skybox that will fit the acid event. I'm done with one of the events, and it's the toxic one, but there's a problem. It looks like a horror game, and this is not supposed to be one. I probably have to change up the weather and make this more colorful. Well, it is sort of a toxic wasteland, but this is too much. I think I'm going to have nightmares. In the morning, I came up with mutations. They will appear randomly and will make your ores way more valuable. Of course, I can't forget about scripting. Nothing works without code. Looks like I was testing something, but this whole time I was muted. Sometimes I forget about how stupid I really am. I believe I was trying to showcase the mutations. There were some problems with the snowy mutation, so I fixed that, and now it works. However, there were other problems. I honestly don't know what to do with this ore system, it just doesn't work. Even if it starts growing ores, it's really buggy and eventually breaks the game. I decided to rewrite the entire system. This wasn't the first time either. Finally, this system works and I can start scripting the grow all feature. There's also going to be a free-to-play method. It's this magic bucket that will temporarily boost growth. Let me show you the reality of being a developer. I'm in the middle of nowhere and I'm still developing my game. I just got done scripting the magic bucket. It's supposed to speed up the growth. If I go ahead and use it, this rock will start to grow insanely fast. This effect can stack, and as you can see, it's already fully grown. Now it's time to add 2 NPCs. One will sell stuff, other will take your items. I spent some time gearing them up, and by the end of it, day 3 was nearly over. Alright, day 4. This marks the beginning of UI design. I created the frame for the merchant and scripted the server side. It's supposed to give you an ore if you have enough currency. With a few simple clicks, these NPCs are set up, but currently only this one works. I still have to script the other one. Let me talk to Dom and let's see if he can offer me some ores. As you can see, the merchant works, but these models are way too big. I'll have to make some improvements, but let me try buying this copper. I got it and my money was taken away. This is only the prototype. I made some improvements. When you hover over a button, it displays the final version of the selected ore. Once again, I was back at the growing system. There were some bugs that needed to be fixed. Then I hopped on a 3D modeling software called Blender and made a tire. You'll see why in a second. The merchant needs to have a cool crib, so I started building. Block by block, I was closer to being done, and this is the final result. You know it's good when it blows up on Twitter. I'm in the middle of building Tim's crib, and just look what happened. His house is literally on fire, but he doesn't care. He just wants to keep selling ores and make a profit. Okay, I don't know why I'm telling random stories. I should get back to building. I wanted to playtest the game, and I thought I got hacked for a second. Some kind of script was breaking my game. I removed it and added leader stats. In the following day, I designed the custom hotbar. I didn't have to script much, since I have other games that use the same system. I wanted to make a lot of improvements, like a search bar and filters. However, I quickly realized there are way too many bugs. Normally, I wouldn't give up, but I found a module that might have everything that I'm looking for. I decided to scrap my own hotbar system and switch to something that should work. This is Snatchel, which is an open-sourced hotbar system, and everything here is generated by scripts. I was able to easily customize it and make it fully functional. This should make the game feel more professional. I did have to spend half of my day adjusting these scripts, but at least it works. I'm going to add 3 buttons, one for easy access to the merchant, seller, and your plot. This design is way too bright, so I came up with something better. Then I wrote a script that will teleport you if you click on one of these buttons. I'm done scripting this UI and I'm not sure if I like it, it just feels a bit off. It also uses a lot of image labels, which take a while to load. Anyways, all I need is a functioning game for now, and I can freely use these buttons and teleport to the desired locations. I don't even know what to create next. I will let my dreams handle this. It's day 6, and I got the perfect idea to simplify the UI. It didn't really change much, but I like this style way better. It's finally time to create a map. This won't be possible without any assets, so I created a couple trees. Then I created the landscape, making various types of mountains. And for the cherry on top, I placed down trees, along with small rocks. It's finally time to create a group for this game, and it's going to be called Money Grows in Mines. I'm fully done with the map, and this is how it looks at nighttime. I like it. It's relatively small and very simple, but I think this will work the best for this type of game. The main objective is to grow ores, not to explore the map. However, for games like Fish, a big map is necessary because you have to explore. Anyways, in day 7, I began creating a shop. A game without monetization simply cannot go viral. I also made a settings frame, just in case if that music gets too annoying. I scripted each setting and configured the shop. Okay, so I'm done with the settings and the shop, except I have nothing to sell. All of these items are just placeholders because I don't have any ores except this copper one. I'm still waiting on my modeler. However, the shop is fully functional and it prompts up all the products. All I need is models right now, which should be delivered very soon. In day 8, I was able to do a lot. I began by modeling a chest, but right as I was about to texture, I received the ore models. I made small improvements and configured them to work with my system. I also decided to make one more ore. In the merchant, there's an option to buy the ore with Robux, so I scripted a shop system. I'm finally done configuring these new ores, and for testing purposes, I gave myself all of them. Let me try planting them, and let's see if they work. Okay, I'll go ahead and buy instant growth, and let's see what happens. Why doesn't it work? It was a small issue. I used the same variable for different developer products. Now it should work. Let me go ahead and buy Instagrow, and boom, the whole garden is filled with rocks. Looks like I'm getting a toxic ore, but to be honest, there are way too many particles. I think I need to fix that. Let me go ahead and buy it again, and let's see how many ores I get. They look pretty cool. Anyways, back to the chest. I finished texturing it and made it work in Studio. And just like that, I'm done setting up the free rewards. There's this big chest that you can go up to and it'll prompt you this UI. I have already claimed it, but you can get 1.5 thousand cents for completely free. All you have to do is just join the group and favorite the game. Also, my ores grew while I was offline and damn, they look insane. I began working on a feature where others can steal your ores. As you can see, it already works well. However, I had to make some improvements. I believe I'm done with the stealing mechanism. I'll try to take this player's candy rock. I have it in my inventory and this player no longer has it. I can do the same with these ores. Let me take this one. I just found the way to dupe items. I have to fix this. This is a serious problem. I'll fix it later though. I created an icon that I'm going to use for a special offer. It's a good thing to add if you want to increase the payer conversion. Now there are a bunch of special offers that you can buy. There's this starter pack, a pro pack, and even a god pack. They all give you pretty decent items for their value and are way better than just buying them by their own. For example, let me buy this pro pack, and as you can see, I got 2,500 gold and this platinum ore. The shop is pretty much done, except for this exclusive pack, because I still need the models. I started my day with scripting a gifting system. This needs to be really secure, otherwise players could dupe items. After wasting half of my day trying to script this, I finally got it to work. I got a rock and I can gift it to this player. He has the choice to decline it or accept it. Let me go ahead and accept, and as you can see, it gets transferred to this player's inventory and he can choose to do whatever he wants with it. He can of course also gift it back. This process is seamless. Hopefully there won't be any game-breaking bugs, like a way to dupe these items. I'm starting to run out of time, so I really need to lock in. Luckily, I have a tutorial system that I can set up with a few simple steps. And just like that, I'm done with the tutorial and I'm in the middle of re-scripting the shop. The first step is to purchase an ore, so let me do that. I'll go ahead and buy this rock and then I have to plant it. I'll place my ore and I have to wait until it grows. There we go, and the last step is to just sell it. I'm going to keep this tutorial very short, so the players don't get bored. You can get this tutorial system for yourself, and by buying it, you get a free NPC kit. I offer free templates that will help you kickstart your development journey, and if modeling isn't your strongest skill, you can get some assets. For more details, visit my website, linked in the video's description. Anyways, back to the video. I created an icon for the Game Pass. It's going to be auto-collect, which could be pretty useful. The exclusive ores are here as well. Okay, I'm done scripting the Game Pass and the exclusive pack. Well, sort of. As you can see, the Game Pass works. I already own it, but I still have to finish scripting the server side for this pack. It shouldn't take much time, but you never know what bugs may occur. I will let testers find out if there are any bugs, and in the meantime, I designed the thumbnail. The idea I mentioned earlier is this: a diamond from Minecraft. It could be something that players might click. I made another thumbnail which showcased more of the gameplay. Alright, it's the last day. I jumped straight into Blender and made this tower. It's for this wizard that will hand out magic buckets. Also, thanks to my friend for the animation. I spent 6,000 Robux to launch 2 ads. I'll check the results tomorrow. It's the next day and I just woke up. You can probably tell that by my voice. This ad seems to have a click-through rate at around 1.9%, which isn't that bad, but isn't perfect either. I have had a thumbnail which has almost 3%. The play rate is also kind of low, it's only at 0.69%. However, I have spent only half of my ad credits, so this ad might get better results. And then looking at my other ad, it has barely spent anything. The click-through rate and the play rate seems to be around the same. And the game currently has 9 active players, which isn't that bad, but the like ratio is awful. Well, at least the community shows some appreciation. Look at this comment. I ran a couple more ads. I'll check back in a few days. My game is sitting at 18 live active users and it has nearly gathered 13.5 thousand visits. The like ratio has significantly improved as well. The ad got 170,000 impressions and nearly got 5,000 clicks, which isn't that bad. Also, I accidentally bought an ad for the wrong experience. I don't know what is Revenge of the Slimes. And looking at the monetization tab, the game has made its first revenue, which is over 1,000 Robux. It hasn't hit the algorithm, so this number is pretty good. It should significantly increase when this game reaches home recommendations. I might have to run a couple more ads and see the results. I think I have to wait a bit more time. The game is averaging around 10 players, which isn't bad at all. Games usually take around a week to hit the algorithm, so don't lose hope on your project. let me know if you want to see more of these challenges. I would appreciate if you could smash that subscribe button. It would make a man like me very happy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day and peace.